We're live. We're going to be racking some mead. So if you want to see these in the future, come on in. Mead is the oldest alcoholic beverage in the world, independently discovered by many different countries and cultures. The oldest evidence is from Africa, over 20,000 years old. There's evidence in Central America, of course, Northern Europe, where the Vikings traded it. Hello and welcome. I'm waiting for everybody to get here. It is currently 8:42. We're going to get started in about 18 minutes from now. Hello. Good evening, sir. Racking some mead live. I'm very excited. So, I'm getting a little bit further ahead on the phone with who? I'm offended. Or on the phone watching. I'm getting very excited. I have a pending vacation. And just shy of 2 weeks. So I'm getting a little bit further ahead of schedule. Usually I get really excited. Okay, family's okay. I accept. Not as important as me. Anyway, I get really excited leading up to the meet every single Saturday. But now I've got a couple like banked. So I still won't miss one. Don't worry. But if you get what I'm saying, I'm excited about multiple things simultaneously. It's going to be very exciting. This coming Saturday is, the grossest mead I've made to date, your Willet Mead. I haven't seen Dennis yet. Oh, there he is. What's up, homies? This week is a Willet Mead, and it's gross. It's gross. And next week is another World Deities mead. The week after that, another really gross mead. And then your Leo mead, your Zodiac Leo mead. I am, I'm excited. The Willet Mead series is something like at first thought, like in its infant stage of thought. I was very excited. I was like, I'm really gonna like twist this and really try to make things that will interest people. It'll grab somebody's attention. And I was like, Twinkies are gonna be great. That's what we launched with the Twinkies. And I felt like it was flat. It wasn't crazy. Cocoa Pebbles in the same genre of flat. This coming Saturdays, it's gross. And it gets worse. This is the first of several gross in a row. And I'm looking forward to showing you. Hello. So, we'll see. But it'll be a lot of fun. Virgo is the only one. You are correct. Hello. Good evening. 15 minutes away, we're going to get started on Re-Ranch Cam. We're going to be racking some mead live. This is going to be boring for those of you who know how to make mead. This is my traditional mead that we started 2 weeks ago. And my plan, I think I told you guys, but I think my plan is I'm actually going to be clipping these videos together and pinning it to my account. So people can kind of get like a sense of what we do in the lives. So it'll be one video, probably about 25 minutes long, that has the process unedited from beginning to end. So that's what we're going to do. This is going to be step 2 of 3 tonight. So I'm very excited about it, but it's going to be a little boring for those of you that make mead often. But welcome to the Old Guide's Meadery. Nevertheless, I am your mead dummy, and I'm very excited to make some mead tonight, even if it's a boring mead. Hello. The Vikings blood mead is fantastic. I mean, we knew it was going to be. Does that say 40-year-old honey? Longest fermentation question from the YouTube side. I don't know. I make mead pretty rapidly. Stuff is fermented for probably max I've done maybe a couple months. Most of my stuff was within 2 to 4 weeks. 40. That's insane. That is insane. 40? Where do you even get that? I have 1 jar left of my like 30-year-old honey. That's the only batch that I advertised. That's pretty cool. That's really cool. That's the only mead that I advertised that I've ever made that you likely cannot replicate. I guess you could. But yeah, I did a 30-year-old honey mead, and it's pretty cool. Hello. Good evening. Carbonated. Most of my stuff is not carbonated on purpose. Not on purpose. Good evening, everyone. I am simulcasting on TikTok and YouTube, so if I'm talking to somebody you don't know, it's because I'm bouncing back and forth. Hello, and welcome to the Old Gods Meadery. We're going to be racking some mead live here in about 12 minutes. I'm going to rearrange camera, and we're going to get started. Good Lord. They're already starting. Already starting. Let's. Travelers. Still trying to get rid of it. Sometimes I do talk to myself. I like to think that's really obvious when I do that. Sometimes it's not, though. You're right. Hello, hello. From Philadelphia. I've been there once. Beautiful scenery. I heard it's very dangerous, though. Very dangerous. And I did not eat any cheesesteaks. I hate myself today. Still to this day for it. Yeah. I'm not saying you need to, but... hello, hello, hello. I mean, that's true. I promise. I do some weird stuff. Not that though. Not that though. Oh God, Philly. 21 maybe. Maybe. It could have been 20 because that was the COVID year. Maybe 2019. Several years. $20 is $20. Agreed. Agreed. Peanut meat is super easy. Like, it's intimidating. I was really worried about it. Boil them. Boil them. This is mead. I make mead. I'm your meat dummy from the Old Guys Meadery. Every single Saturday I come out with a brand new batch of mead. I don't miss Saturdays. I don't replicate recipes. Every single one is unique and brand new, and they're all free in the description of those videos that I post on Saturdays. And then, in addition to that, every Wednesday I go live to show a step of that mead making process. My main mission is to show the simplicity of mead making and get as many people interested in this ancient hobby and awesome community as possible. So tonight we're going to be racking some mead, which is step 2 of 3 steps of my process. And I'm going to do it in under 10 minutes. It's going to be very fast. I'm going to show all the people out there that are intimidated how easy it can be. So you can start your own. All you need is your own equipment and your own ingredients. And yeah, follow along. That's it. Hello and welcome to the Old Gods Meadery. Nectar of the Gods. I am simulcasting on 2 different platforms. Both of them have huge pros. TikTok is where the awesome community is, and where you can shoot me direct messages. YouTube is where the playlists are. You can go back and watch all of my meads that I've made so far very easily at your fingertips. My mead right now is running in one of 4 categories. I was doing a Norse Gods and Goddesses batches. That evolved into a World Deities batch. our series, and I'm having a lot of fun learning lots of cool stuff about some really awesome gods and goddesses and religions in general. And I'm doing what I can to make a mead that truly honors that god or goddess without insulting anybody. I probably will by accident. I'm going out of my way trying not to do that. The flip side of that is I'm also making zodiac meads. I started that with Gemini, but I'm making a mead per month for the zodiac signs. That one I'm going out of my way to insult you. I'm gathering all the stereotypes I can about each zodiac sign and then making a mead out of those stereotypes. For example, we started that with the Gemini airheads. I made an airhead mead, and then we kicked over to Cancer and did crybaby mead. We did a crybaby mead. So stay tuned. Leo is coming up next in a couple weeks. That'll be a lot of fun. It'll be a lot of fun. I'm also making holiday meads every major holiday. We just came out with the Bon Pot mead that I made this past Saturday. Go back and check that out. That's the most recent video of the post. And then lastly, my category called Will It Mead. That's where I take ingredients that I don't think will work and I try to make a mead out of them. Spoiler alert, I haven't failed yet in the background. Everything I've used has worked so far. I'm obviously not to the tasting stage of a lot of them that are in the pipeline, but I can tell you there's alcohol in them. They fermented, and they've made meads. They may be gross, like the one coming up this Saturday is the grossest mead that I've ever made. So stay tuned. It's incredibly simplistic, but it's one of the grossest I've ever made. Definitely in the top 3, but it's up there. It might be number 1. So it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad. But I encourage everybody to watch. I will post that first thing Saturday morning, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. Either way, it's gonna be a lot of fun. That video, yeah. Like I said, I'm going on an upcoming vacation in a couple weeks. So I've pre-recorded a few things for those batches that I just mentioned. And yeah, I'm sorry in advance. It'll be seamless to you. I'm gonna hit up some Disney World. I'm gonna try to make some food review videos while I'm there, which I'm also very excited about because I've been strictly dieting. This is the first carbs I've had in several days. I'm really excited to just eat everything. So if you've been to Disney World, you have some good suggestions. I'm also going to be drinking around the world at Epcot, so I'll be making some videos there for sure. Butterfly pea blossom is going to be the most beautiful purple ever. I love it. It's one of the easiest ingredients to use to make such a vibrant, beautiful purple. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be awesome. I am just shy of Pennsylvania on the Maryland side. I mean, you can't use a honey substitute or it's not a mead. That's what defines mead versus other things. I mean, you can make a very simplistic wine in almost the identical fashion with fruits, but you have to have a sugar source for the yeast to ferment. When yeast is introduced into a sugar environment, it reproduces and then produces 2 byproducts. One of them carbon dioxide, one of them alcohol. And if you use honey for that main fermentation sugar source, it's considered a mead. Hello. We're 4 minutes away. I'm going to rearrange the camera. I'm going to act like you're not there. That's because I'm clipping that portion of the video out to post permanently in a few months. I don't want you to go anywhere, though. I'm going to say goodbye like you're not here. That's not for you. That's for future you watching the replay. For you, that's you now, go ahead and get comfortable. You have 3 minutes. Take off your pants if you want. And get ready. I want you to stay after I say goodbye because I'm going to be pulling the camera back a little bit closer so we can chit-chat again. It's going to be fun. Don't leave. Don't leave. Especially if Jen's not here yet. One of you has to be here. It's not acceptable for both of you not to be here. And if you threaten me again, I'll give Jen the same offer. She can come in and not wear any pants either. Now you have to stay. Now you have to stay. So I get my bottles from North Mountain Supply. It's a brewery website. They have lots of great stuff there, but these are bottles from North Mountain. Just look up North Mountain. Like, I think it's more northmountainsupply.com is the exact. Not affiliated, just a fan and a buyer. Pantsless. Yep. It's you can get a lot of other stuff too. Another big one is Homebrew Ohio. I don't know if they sell bottles. They probably do. They sell a lot of like the buckets and carboys and such like that too. And I believe if you go to Amazon, because most people have Amazon Prime or have a connection, they know somebody that has it. I believe both of those companies are represented on Amazon. So if you go to Amazon and just search for it, sometimes you get that stuff cheaper. You can get free shipping, things like that. So I would check both places. Same thing with your honey. Even though, like Dennis discovered, pretty big gap in our honey source that we typically, well, I typically use. I know Dennis was trying to order it. Yeah, they had some large scale deaths of bees over the winter, and they're struggling. They're struggling. Recovering alcoholic. Good for you. I'm very proud of you. I'm very proud of you. Keep going. Keep going. That's some real strength there. Hello, Corey. Tulip, hello. Snuck in. Yeah, not only no hobby, no mead. No mead, so. Censored. Well. If it's not Saber, it has to be you. I assume Saber's here too. Oh, no, Saber is here. Pinned a comment. A subscription commercial. I haven't done a subscription commercial in a long time. If you're on the TikTok side, don't forget to subscribe. It is a couple bucks a month for you, but it really helps relieve what I do in the background. And I put a post up all these Wednesday lives, with an exception of this one because I'm making this one for a future video. All of these Wednesday batches are subscriber choices. So I'll put a video out the weekend before I start the live, asking subscribers to choose their flavor. I picked my very favorite, the very best one out of those comments, and that's the Wednesday batch that I'll do. I will tag that person across the process in all of the future videos, and I will ship them a bottle of it when it's all said and done for a thank you for your support. So don't forget to subscribe if you're on the TikTok side. I do have it set at literally the lowest, cheapest value you could put it at. So it's 9:02. Where was Saber when you need him? Let's rearrange camera and get started. Again, I'm going to say goodbye. Don't go anywhere. You don't even have to put your pants back on. I'm going to rearrange camera. One more drink with you because I want to see what you thought. All right, let's get going. This time I tried to center stuff before we started the live. So hopefully we got kind of close. Yeah. We're gonna run with it. We're gonna run with it. Let me check it out here before I say, oh yeah, we're good shape. The YouTube's really bad. YouTube's really bad. It's gonna have to be good enough though. That's alright. Alright, we're gonna run with it. Hey. Thank you so much for letting me be here. Skull, I'll see you on the other side. Don't go anywhere. Hello and welcome to the Old Gods Meadery. Tonight, we're addressing step 2 of the 3-step process of mead making. This is the traditional batch of mead that we started 2 weeks ago on these Wednesday lives. Every Wednesday, I go live to show you a step of the mead making process live. This traditional batch we started 2 weeks ago, it's just a honey wine. The exact recipe, as a reminder, is 1 gallon of water, 3 pounds of honey, 2.5 grams of yeast, and 2 grams of yeast nutrient. We sealed her all up. This guy has stopped popping unless you're kind of agitating it. So the yeast is pretty much done producing alcohol. It's time to rack this mead. I'm going to go ahead and pull this lid off here. And we're going to see what we got going on here. Oh yeah, looks normal. Let me come show you. Traditional batch. So over the past 2 weeks, that yeast reproduced and then produced a bunch of carbon dioxide, which leaked out that airlock, and a bunch of alcohol, which we retain in the bucket. So tonight we're going to rack it, which is step 2. The main purpose of racking is to separate solids from liquids. We also want to make sure we get this into a smaller vessel. This is a 2-gallon fermenting bucket, and we're going to transfer it over to our 1-gallon glass carboy. This is a mini hand pump siphon. Every single brewer needs one of these. If you're going to brew anything at all, you should get a siphon. It's really easy. This one pumps a couple times, and then as long as your bucket is raised above your carboy, gravity will do most of the work here. As you see, we got a good flow in there. So we're separating all of that honey, the dead yeast that is kind of settled at the bottom. If you have make any kind of flavored mead of any kind, all of that debris will still be in there. So you always want to separate it, rack it into a secondary vessel after the fermentation process has completed. If you don't know what mead is, it's the oldest alcoholic beverage in the world, independently discovered by many different countries and cultures. The oldest evidence is from Africa, over 20,000 years old. There's also evidence in ancient China, about 10,000 years old, evidence in ancient Central America, and of course Northern Europe, where the Vikings traded it, made it super famous, did it better than everybody else. But what that means is, regardless of who you are or where you're from, your ancestors drank mead. And I think that's awesome. You have some really awesome ancestors, and we have something in common because of them. I think that's cool. If you don't know what mead is by definition, it's made in a very similar fashion as wine, except we use honey for the main fermentation process instead of grapes or other fruits. But as you see, the many bottles before you and the many that I put out every single Saturday, every combination exists in between. And all of my recipes are free. I put them in the description of the videos. All you have to do is buy your own equipment and your own ingredients and follow along, and you can make my stuff and much better stuff as well. As you see, we are maybe about a third of the way here. This is incredibly cloudy. We're going to give this mead a few months. I'm going to tell you that portion of it as we get a little bit closer. But it'll sit for a few months in its clarification process and become one of these nice, beautiful, like clear meads you see here. So this is actually the exact recipe of this mead. This is my show mead. So I'm expecting some kind of final product that looks just like that. And it's that easy, guys. So if you missed it a couple weeks ago, and I'll stitch all this stuff together to make one long video when we're all done. But if you missed it, or you're fast forwarding, and this is the part you watch during the replay. This is 1 gallon of water we dumped in here with 3 pounds of honey, 2.5 grams of yeast, and 2 grams of yeast nutrient. I sealed it up, I shook it, I put an airlock on it. That was the entire process. A couple weeks later, we're here, and we have alcohol. So now we're transferring our alcohol over to the secondary vessel. We're just about halfway here. So like I said, a brand new mead every single Saturday. Make sure you come back and watch. Every single Saturday morning I put out a brand new batch. When I say brand new, I don't miss Saturdays and I don't replicate recipes. Every single batch is brand new. And then every Wednesday I go live to show you a step of the mead making process live, so you can kind of see it unedited in real time. We are racking mead tonight. The simplest of the 3 steps, I think, even though they're all simple. You saw the amount of work. I took the lid off. I gave this guy a couple pumps. Now we're waiting. That's it. If you can wait a few minutes, you can make some mead. You ever heard of a better description to make something awesome? Hey, you just need to wait more. It's mead. We are getting there. I'm going to start paying a little bit closer attention to this. As the neck rescends up here, it will kind of speed up as the volume shrinks. If we still have a flow here. Every once in a while you got to give it another pump or two. We are still going. I always get nervous when I do these gallon batches, just like a traditional mead or something very similar to it. Because the volume gets a little tight. So if this is just 1 gallon of water and 3 pounds of honey, so that 3 pounds of honey is quite a bit. That's about the standard I use. You can use between 2 and 4 is what the suggestion is per gallon. But I always get nervous that we're going to run shy at the bottom of the bucket when I don't have any other ingredients in there. But she is starting to speed up here. So yeah, if you're intimidated making your own alcohol at home, I hope I've helped change your mind so far, but keep watching. It doesn't get any harder than this. This is it. The bottling stage will be in a few months from now. This will take a few months to kind of clarify. As we get closer to that, I'll keep you updated on some of my regular videos to give you a heads up that it's coming. But I am aiming to get the volume right to the bottom of this knuckle here, the bottom of the bottle knuckle. Right about there. Because that amount of volume, after displacing the straw, puts me right about mid-knuckle there, minimizing the air we have in this carboy. Make sure and give a little dribble room. You guys already know what I'm talking about, but you don't want to make a big mess. All right, we're almost done. There she is. So lastly, we're going to be putting a fermenting cap on here. This one is a screw cap. I like these just because they're convenient. You can also get the plugs or corks. And then we're going to put another airlock on it. Fill that with a little bit of water. And we're done. So over the next few months, this guy will clarify all of the sediment and dead yeast and honey that are still dissolved will sink to the bottom, leaving only our clear, beautiful mead up top. So the next step will be bottling. So join me in a few months and every Wednesday so I can show you some of the mead making process. And then please join me every single Saturday to see one of my amazing meads. I don't replicate recipes, so every single one's an experiment and brand new to me. Thank you so much if you're here live. If you're not, though, I still love you. I will see you in next Wednesday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Skull! Alrighty. I mean, she looks good. She looks good. Exactly what we expected. We did it. It's there. It is there. We're there. Hopefully, I didn't miss too much. Dennis, I know Dennis is watching both sides, so. If Richard was here, I think he'd be on the TikTok side. Because he rejoined it. Is Dennis being petty about something? I completely missed it. Thank you so much. You all got unhinged? Well, thank you. I do lots more, way more amazing stuff. This is actually one of the boring ones. And well, tell Jen I miss her too. But nieces are more important. I don't think he got banned. Under Siege? I mean, I like that. I like the competitive #1 spot. But hey, just to help you out, buddy, you can tell Jen pants are not required for the rest of the night either, even after you guys get off TikTok. I'm good wingman. Good wingman. Hello and welcome if you guys just jumped in. Welcome to the Old Guys Community. We just racked this beautiful traditional mead. And yeah, I'm excited about it. Who wants to be a moderator for YouTube? I'm taking applications. I mean, that doesn't mean you have to wear pants all the time. Come on. Come on. Just be quiet. Hey, thank you. I mean, I don't deserve you guys. I love you guys. Thank you so much. Pants are not required for this live. No, I am wearing them now. I'm gonna keep mine on. You don't have to. You don't have to. You don't have to. Dennis went sideways tonight. Crazy. We do have like almost 10,000 likes though. That's pretty amazing. Pretty amazing. And again, I don't deserve you guys. Thank you. I've made a few of my own. Any recommendations for flavors? So it's simplistic, but blueberry is one of my favorite. If you really want to like impress your friends, a really cool ingredient that's also tied for my favorite is elderberry. You can buy like dehydrated elderberries from Amazon, and you just throw them in the bucket like they were fresh, and you'll get a really great elderberry flavor out of that. Any of the berries, any berries, like if you're just starting out and you haven't explored those, like those are always like great go-to to impress your friends. Strawberries, blueberries, blackberries, raspberries, mixed berries, any of that stuff's great. If you want to look for like really potent, awesome colors and like more florally flavors, hibiscus is a great one. Another go-to. Even red rose petals. Hey, good night, Corey. Thank you for stopping by. As always, my buddy. We're getting a refill tonight, but I probably shouldn't do it. Because I already got one restriction this week. On the TikTok side. I appealed it and I won. But it made me nervous. It made me nervous. It was for excessive drinking, and it was on my Saturday video, which is like, of all videos, there's some videos out there where I'm like, hey, I got a horn of mead, and then there's the Saturday videos where I'm like, hey, I'm looking at it from an educational standpoint. This is how I'm doing everything. This is what I think of it. I take like 2 sips, 2, 3, 4, 5 sips. I do pour it in the, and I chug like a glass of it. I got a strike for, not a strike, but I got a warning for excessive drinking. Again, I peeled it and won, but I'm nervous. Wait a minute, how old's your daughter? I don't want any bad influences. All these lives are always, I have to put them at age restrictions, because I'll immediately get a violation if I don't. Okay, that's fine. 18 and up. I mean, she still has a year before she's allowed to do this. She can start making stuff now, but tell your daughter I appreciate it. You guys got just the best family. Just the best family. You did a good job, sir. So, good job. I hope you take her out. I hope you take her out. I mean, yeah, I think legally you just can't drink it. I don't see why you can't make it. You technically can go to your local grocery store now. You'd have to use like bread yeast, but you can make this right now with stuff you can buy from your grocery store. You don't have to like makeshift the equipment a little bit, but you could do it. You could do it. I've seen people make wacky stuff in. I mean, they make alcohol in prison. You could do it with access of a grocery store really easy. Really easy. I saw one guy that like he took just the I thought I had one here but I don't just the 1 gallon water like bottle, the plastic bottle. He took the cap of it and just kind of like drilled a hole in there and then shoved the airlock in there anyway. Made mead inside of that plastic bottle. I mean, there's no reason you can't do it. There's no reason you can't do it. Like the only like brewing equipment the dude bought was an airlock. It's probably the cheapest way to make mead equipment wise. Sage mead. Moonshine out of the mead. No, it has come up before about distilling. Obviously, moonshine is distilling, and a very similar process to making like a whiskey or bourbon. I don't own any of the equipment, and to be honest, I don't know the process very well. So I'm not against it. I know that it's been done. I don't know anybody that's done it. I don't know anybody that's experienced it. I assume you get some kind of like brandy out of the final product, but I don't know. I don't know. That question comes up sometimes though. It's definitely on my interest list. And now I actually saw on the TikTok shop, it came up on my like algorithm. There's some home brewing like home distill kits now, like tabletop distills you can get relatively cheap. I don't know if I want to invest in one because I don't know how much I'd use it other than the experimenting side, but my dog is watching your YouTube. Well, if you're trying to compete, you're tied. You don't have a wife and a daughter watching me. Just saying, Dennis. I mean, a dog is good and all. Especially if you can train him to tap the likes with his paw. Then we could rehash this conversation. What's up, Alex? Why should I back sweeten instead of just overusing honey? So I'm not the best person to give advice on back sweetening because I don't do it. Everything I do, I try to do it in the most simplistic fashion as I can. So everything that I do goes in the primary. I don't ever back sweeten. I do it on some side projects, but every video that you've seen, every batch that I've done here for social media is just in the primary. So if I'm understanding you correctly, why not just over sweeten it, let the yeast hit its alcohol tolerance, and then you'll still have some extra sweetness versus back sweetening. I would, again, not the best person to give this advice. I would say if I was attempting to go for like something sweet, I would over sweeten the primary. Not just because I don't like back sweetening, but more so if you back sweeten and reactivate the yeast, you can produce carbonation. And you can do it unexpectedly. Really easy, actually. I've done it many times, and I've had some corks get stuck in the ceiling. So, like, no joke, stuff spilling everywhere. You guys may have seen my videos where I actually have, like, a background of the bottles. They're all sitting horizontally. When I first set that up, whatever happened because that bottle was moved or because that bottle was tilted or because that bottle was in a different part of the room and it's just slightly different temperature, it reactivated the yeast in there and popped a cork out sideways. And guess where it was facing? My mead racks. So the 12 or so meads I had going in clarification process got covered in mead. And it became a just horrible cleaning process. I mean, if you pasteurize, yeah, you don't have to worry about it. I don't ever pasteurize either. For those of you who don't know, pasteurization, it's a very simplistic way of explaining is heating it up, boiling it in some cases, to the point where the yeast could not survive. That way, when you do transfer your mead into bottles, you know it's really sanitary. It's not going to be reproducing any more alcohol. So I don't do it. I like the thrill of bottle bombs. I haven't had one in a long time, though. I do have an upcoming Willet Mead that blew the airlock off the primary, though. And that's only happened to that severity. That's only happened to me twice. One of them was my green spirulina mead, which I don't understand because I did a blue spirulina too, and it never did that. The green one went nuts. I had another one that was really, really bad, but it wasn't that bad either. Watermelon went nuts. But yeah, the Willet Mead, not this one coming this Saturday, but in a few weeks from now, you'll see it in the video. Blew the airlock. And it's an ingredient you would never guess that would do it. Never. The Willet Mead series is going to start making you lose respect for me starting this Saturday. It just is. I want to tell you guys. I want to tell you. I'm not going to. Don't ask me. I'm not going to tell you. It gets significantly worse from here on out. Here on out. This batch coming out this Saturday is one of the grossest meads I've ever made. In a couple of weeks, there's another one that follows up. That's the one that went nuts. I don't know if it's the grossest one I've ever made yet. I can tell you it's going to be disgusting, though. I can almost guarantee it. I haven't tasted it yet, so I don't know, but it's going to be really gross. I think the one after that, I was about to say it goes back to normal ingredients, but it's not. It's not. It's not something you should make a mead out of, and I expect it to be gross as well. The one after that, that's where you're going to unfollow me. It's just going to be like, nope, this guy's lost his mind. I'm not doing it anymore. And then the one after that, you're going to be like, if you stick around, maybe the one of you that sticks around after that, you're going to vomit watching me. You're going to vomit watching that video. I almost vomited making it. So, and it's just gone through the primary. So, anyway, have fun watching those. Too tall, it has been a long time. Good evening, sir. Dan, what's up? I feel like it's been a long time with you too. Where you been? Where you guys been? We're having a ball here. Yeah. Working stupid. Working too much is even stupider. Is that a word? Stupider a word? You guys know. You guys will use it. You didn't miss much tonight. This is a traditional batch. I know you guys are both professionals with that kind of stuff, but just traditional batch. I'm stitching together these live so I can put out a video that just has the beginning from end, unedited process of what I do on the Wednesdays. So it'll be a lot of fun. Incredibly easy to do. Yeah, a rich uncle would be nice. Rich uncle. Agreed. I got the hiccups all of a sudden. All my family is also poor. But you know what? I'm rich with love. I'm rich with love. I have you guys. What else can you ask for? Look at this. It's like 13,000 likes. I'll take that all day long. It's better than money. I'm not even going to read that one out loud to you. Goodness gracious. 13 without Jen here. Yeah, that's true. That's a big feat. That is a big feat. I don't believe you. I think Dennis is just like feeling inadequate. Scott is not here, no. Dennis and Scott and I have a group text, and Dennis and I use it a lot. Scott, like once every other day, will comment like a single sentence to something we said, and that'll be it. That's all we hear from him right now. He's incredibly busy, though. So, and he's got a new car, so he's probably picking up chicks. Not that kind of feat. What do they say? They wear big socks? Big EOs. Oh. It's been a fun week though. I'm starting to get to the point like I was really stressed and worried about the timeline. I'm starting to hit like the peak of that though as you're approaching a vacation. Starting to get in vacation mode. I'm on like the really early stages. I still have like over a week left to work, but I'm starting to get into vacation mode. Yeah, I think it's dead. I think it's dead. And if your dog already liked it, just have your dog watch it. It's fine. No, yep. I like literally zero. Literally zero. I gotta fake it for like a week though. Another weekish. I'm breaking it up a little bit though. Breaking it up a little bit. I had an eye appointment today. I've got my regular like primary care doctor appointment next week. You know, so some fun things, probing and such before my vacation. Oh, you made a video of it? All right. A video of your dog liking YouTube? If you send me a video of it, I will post it on TikTok. Just a heads up. Hello, cars. Yep. Yep, you're getting the probes. You think he's using AI? Yeah. He's trying to compete. He's trying to compete. How many followers you have to, Dennis? I know you're incredibly close. Incredibly close. You were like 960s, I think. Dennis desperately needs to get to 1,000 so he can start doing some lives too. I would love to see some live reviews. That's just my opinion. I would love to see some live reviews. I think like you and I'm biased because you're my buddy, but I love your mead reviews. You're the best mead reviewer on TikTok, in my opinion. Again, a little biased. I think so. I love it. I love it. You're getting some companies sending you meads, so that should say something. I think some live reviews would be amazing. I'm pretty sure you have to hit 1,000. I think that's the requirement. It changes all the time on TikTok. It's crazy. It's crazy. A lot of the rules change with no notice. It just like something new is different. I mean, I still have the Boston cream donut mead to send you. These are bottles of mead. That's what we just made tonight. We just racked it into this vessel here. Welcome to your old God's Meadery. There you go. There's an idea. Maybe you can go early. It could be a competition of the TikTok meads. I like it. I like it. I'll send you an Old Bay just so I purposefully lose. Doesn't matter. You're drinking it in September anyway. And guess what? I'm going to have worse meads than that by then. Worse meads than the Old Bay mead. Am I filtering? No? I don't know how to say it there. Worse? Well, the Will It Mead series has really challenged me to like step it up. Yeah, so that's where I'm taking ingredients that I don't think will work, and I've got to try to make a mead out of them. And they've all worked so far. All of them have gone. All of the ones that I've started have gone through primary, and they've all fermented. So they're going to be gross. Some of them are going to be very gross. Some of them aren't going to be too gross. I started that with Twinkies. I did Cocoa Pebbles. The next one that comes out this Saturday is incredibly gross. Just trust me. Just come back Saturday and watch. The one after this one is, yep, pretty bad. Pretty bad. And then yeah, it gets worse. It goes through like it's a little bit of a roller coaster, but it's mostly uphill from here, or mostly climbing the mountain of grossness. So I'm a little ashamed. I have 16 carboys that are dedicated for the Saturday batches. Um, that's usually where the number runs. I bought 12 for these live batches, but I just was bad at math. I only need like 6 of those to really keep people's interest, because if I go longer than that, the meat is sitting too long and people kind of forget about it. So I went down to 6. So I have 6 blank carboys. Sometimes those Saturday ones kind of spill into those as well. So my answer is somewhere between 16 and 22 at any given time. And, that could sound intimidating. Um, that's not the hard part. The hard part is juggling the videos behind it. When I put a Saturday video out, it opens with me kind of just presenting the final product. I make that usually the same time or not, a couple days before I post it. It's usually one of the last things I do. What I used to call video 4, how I have it broken down, is the tasting of it. So that's usually recorded a couple days before, obviously. Video 2, which is the second portion of the video, is recorded usually about 6 months before you see it. You can notice it in my hair change. And then video 3 is taken about 5.5 months, all the way up into the bottling process. So that one's a little time lapse because I record it in 2 parts. I juggle a lot of videos though. That's the most difficult part, is the organization of retaining that stuff. And it's far more difficult than actually making the mead. Far more difficult. My day is going awesome. How was your day going? Hopefully awesome. It's almost over now though. I gotta clean up, like do my dishes here, and then I'm going to bed. Going to bed. Always make more videos. Always, always, always. There's people out there that like have the same dreams as us that don't do it. So that's what defines us. Every day would be better. You did a 5-hour live. What were you playing? That's a really long live. I am in the USA. Stellar Blade. I've heard of it, but I'm not super familiar with it. I don't want to say old school. There's a couple categories I love. I love the Assassin's Creed series, which is mostly console based. Um, I grew up on the Halo stuff. I love that until Microsoft took it over. To be honest though, I play Fortnite. I like some Fortnite. I had a lot of fun with the Blitz mode this month. It's good stuff. It's entertaining. It's fast. You can put it down at any time. I have not played Shadow, so like I went through all the way through Valhalla. I even did some streaming lives on this account with Valhalla, and I had a lot of fun doing it. A lot of fun doing it, but people didn't like it. I had fun. Um, I didn't get Mirage, and I didn't get Shadows. Doesn't mean I'm not going to. Like I kind of got disgruntled that like Mirage came out and it was basically like a prequel to Valhalla, And that kind of made me excited. And then it's like, it's kind of like, it's not a full game. It's like 60% of a full game. And it's still like $70. And I was like, hmm. And it was right when everybody else started hating Ubisoft. And I was like, I should hate them too. And that's kind of where I am still. That's where I am still. Gears of War is rebooting soon. A Southern origin mead. What do you mean? Like Southern, like states? So I like to trial and error. Everything I do is an experiment. I did do a 13 colony series, but I only got like 7 or 8 states through it, and because nobody liked it, I stopped doing it. And I killed the category completely. They're floating in my like master playlist. If you jump over to YouTube, I didn't do anything south though. I don't think. I don't remember. I really don't remember. Did Anthony ask the question and I missed it? And Tulip, you're amazing. Thank you. I'm sorry. Dennis, aren't you supposed to be pinning stuff for me? I started chatting. And you know, I like to hear myself talk. I like to hear myself talk. Southern origin meter. Okay. Dennis, you're also amazing. I like the yap. I like the yap. Have I ever heard of it? Is that your question? I have not heard of it. Hold on, I'm scrolling through. They have great mead. I don't really see a question there. Um, I miss a lot. I'm also simulcasting on 2 platforms, so I'm reading a lot at the same time. Yeah, I've never heard of Southern Origin mead. Never heard of it. You're done asking. It sounds like you're also done with tolerance. You're probably not in the right place if you want that much attention. Sorry. I'm trying to keep up with everybody. I wish I could get to everybody. I do. I do. And that's why I asked you, hey, I missed it. Can you ask it again? But you're obviously at your tolerance of tolerant. I don't know what else to do there. You can either ask again or you can move on. How you get it clear. Thank you, Dennis. Um, Wait, time, lots of time. I don't do anything like when it comes to like cold crashing or adding any chemicals or anything like that. There's some natural stuff you can add too, but I don't do any of that. There's lots of options if you're trying to clarify faster. But for the most part, I use time. I use time. Sorry, I don't mean to get all serious, but like, come on, come on. Yeah, if you maybe there's a patience problem because meat does take some patience. Might be irrelevant to the conversation. Hello and welcome to the Old Guys Meadery. If you're just jumping in, thank you. We just racked some meat tonight, and it's awesome. I like it. It's traditional meat. We're going to be bottling this in a few months from now when it's all done. And then I'm going to be like stitching it all together and make one solid video. It should be about 25 minutes long if I'm judging correctly, on how you can make mead unedited from beginning to end. See the entire process. It's going to be awesome. Join the Discord. When did I first try mead? So I started making mead in about 2016. I had tried it probably a few years before that. I'm lucky enough I live relatively close to a meadery that was relatively new at the time called Charm City Meadery. My friends took me there for a birthday one year, and yeah, you can get them at almost every Renaissance festival now too. Yeah, just FYI. Hold on, I'm checking. Yeah, dude's not here anymore. You guys are begging for... Was I mean? Was I mean? He's not. I'm not going to be all. I want to be honest. Got under my skin a little bit. I'm really tolerant too. I don't think I've ever even like expressed any kind of negative emotion on TikTok at all. But for goodness sakes, I'm done asking. This is a volunteer conversation. Anyway, moving on. Well, I wish I could just rename my channel to Answer, whatever his name is, Andrew. I'll start an email right away, answerandrew.com. I am aware that it's reversed, yes. It's silly. It's not on the TikTok side, but it is on the YouTube side. I appreciate you guys, and I'm sorry you had to see that side of me. I got under my skin a little bit. Unless he was asking questions while I was fermenting, which has been quite a while ago at this point. I couldn't have missed that many. I was going back and forth. It wasn't like I was just like reading a book over here. I wasn't doing that. I was actively answering questions on 2 different platforms. Just tell her about it. She won't believe you. She'll be like, no, that me. He's a nice guy. He doesn't encourage pants. Other than that, seems pretty normal. Repost that part. I don't think I'm going to. I'm just grateful you guys are here to help me through it. Well, maybe Andrew can start his own lives. He can talk about whatever he wants. He can ignore everybody wants, or he can answer everybody wants. Saber really likes pants, which I feel like I've known Saber for a long time now. He's lying. I don't think so. I don't think so. And I get stuff like that all the time on the YouTube side. Never, almost never on the TikTok side though. Almost never. But hey, maybe he's having a bad day. I hope I didn't contribute to it, and I hope that his questions get answered faster than I could have answered them. Even though you guys already answered them, it sounds like. He definitely wasn't a Virgo. There was just no love in that heart. Probably a Leo. That's the next one coming up, and I hear they're pretty bad. I hear they're pretty bad. And it's no book. I hope you mean the romantic movie style notebook and not the notebook. I just heard they're bad. I'm not saying your son is. I just hear they're bad. And I'm sure he's amazing. Everybody amazing has some bad qualities. For instance, I encourage people not to wear pants. That's something you can expect from a typical Virgo, I would say. Leos, they have some bad stuff too. I'm going to show you what I think about them in a few weeks. It won't be good. Let me get the list out here, and then I gotta start wrapping up. I gotta do these dishes. I gotta get up early in the morning. We went way longer than we usually do. So yeah, this coming week is the first really bad Willet Mead. Week after that, another World Deity Mead that I'm really excited about. And it's got to be the mead flavor itself. I think it's got to be something really catchy. The week after that, another Willet Mead. We're going back to back to back Willet Mead. So that one's going to be very gross. Very gross. Then Leo, right after that. Leo. So that'll be out July 26th is your Leo Mead. And then after that, another Willet Mead. That one will also be gross, but I think that's kind of where like we're going up, tick, 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 and the roller coaster comes down a little bit. They're like, okay, maybe that's not as gross as the last one. And then a couple weeks after that's where it spikes. It goes straight up to the most disgusting mead. Oh, that's not true. I've got another one that I forgot about. That's a few meads after that. Let me just give you some dates. August 16th. Put it on your calendar. You're going to be like, I'm not following the Mead Dummy anymore. Not doing it. I'm going to go through September 13th. Also, you're going to shake your head. You're going to shake your head. If you're still following me after that. And then October 11th. That's the one I couldn't come into this room for like 24 hours after I put it in fermentation. It smelled so bad. That's all I'm saying. All I'm saying. Got a lot of awesome meads coming your way. Lots of great meads coming your way. TikTok was misbehaving tonight. It's bad if YouTube's making fun of TikTok. So pickle mead was actually on my list when I was kind of designing this Willet mead, and I concluded I could not successfully make a mead out of it with enough confidence, just because the vinegar content will kind of nix the yeast. But it's I think you can do it from a back sweetening standpoint. And pickle flavor everything is the craze right now. So just saying, just saying. I'm not against it. I think you'd have to do it from a back sweetening standpoint, though. You wouldn't be able to do it in primary, which is all I do. So I nixed it off my list. It's pretty early. Could you make a dill mead and then like add in vinegar afterwards? Yeah, I think I don't see why that wouldn't work. It would have to be like closer to the bottling process, or yeah, it'd have to be closer to the bottling process. But yes, I don't see why it wouldn't work. You should be able to get a pretty like mimicky like pickle taste out of that. Did he come back? Did he come back? Is that why that's just coming back up? Ah, all right. Yeah. I mean, we're here now. But yeah, the Discord's a great place. It's designed and it is maintained by a Mead mentor of mine named Scott. Um, yeah. Every time I'm talking to somebody else, baby, come back. Um, it's a great place to ask lots of meat questions. So a plethora of meat information. I swear, I'm not. I swear. Saber is always making us all laugh. Always. You're just singing. You singing to all of us. I don't even see any missed questions this time. Unless you guys are all messing with me. I almost peed. That's really dangerous, especially if you don't have pants on right now. So, use sit and wait method. Yes. Yes. I use the sit and wait method. And thank you, Dennis. Appreciate it. So if you watch my Saturday videos, it gives a great explanation from beginning and how to do it. The two time jumps are the fermentation into the transferring, which is the racking process. That's usually about 3 weeks is the best average between those two processes. And then once it's in a glass carboy, it sits for usually 4 to 6 months. Um, by then, a vast majority of stuff clarifies. If it doesn't after 6 months, it probably won't. Uh, that's kind of the general rule I use for the stuff I make. I got it that time. I got it. Anyway, guys, it's 10 o'clock. I got some dishes to do, and I got to get up in 6 hours. Thank you so much for letting me be here. It's been extra fun tonight. We stuck around for a long time, too. That's true devotion. I love you guys. I should be... I'll be here next Wednesday, I'm pretty sure. I think everything works out just fine. I don't know what I'll be doing yet, but it'll likely be bottling. It'll be a lot of fun. This Saturday, every Saturday, brand new batch. This one is the first really gross Will It Mead. So I hope you check it out. It's just weird. It's just weird. And then it skyrockets going forward. Like this gross one is the most normal gross one. Does that make sense? This is the most normal gross one. Thank you so much though for your support and all the fun tonight. I appreciate you guys. We hit like 18,000. That's amazing. And I love it. I love you guys. Join the Discord. And yeah, set an alarm. I'll be posting the Saturday video right around 7 o'clock. I will be remote this Saturday, so it depends on how long it takes to upload, but it'll likely be between 7 a.m. and 7:10 a.m. So that's where I try to hit. So see you guys real soon. Skull. Shoot me a direct message if you need anything at all. See you guys.